Oh, if I'm live right now, go ahead and type in the comments and tell me what the last card that you sent to somebody was. Whether it was a Mother's Day card or a thinking of you card, tell me what your last card was. So I know if I'm live or not. I don't see myself on Facebook yet, so now streaming. It says now streaming, so I guess we're good to go. Woohoo! So this is Make Your Own Cards. Welcome. It's officially 1 o'clock, so we'll get this party started. I'm going to go ahead and queue up a PowerPoint presentation that I prepared for this fun event. So my name is Melissa Draving, and I'm the owner of Here For You Concierge. And we are basically, I am a professional personal concierge, and I work with clients a lot of times on the personal and also on the business side. So this would definitely fall into more of the personal side, making cards. So today for my presentation, I'm going to go through 3 different ways that I make cards and I have made cards and that I like to make cards, and show you how each is done. There's a lot of similarities between the different programs that we're going to look at, but there is a lot of differences. So go ahead and cue up our first slide. So to dive right in, the 3 different types of programs we're going to use today to make our own card is going to be Avery.com, Canva.com, and also sendoutcards.com. And 2 of these has a free way to make cards, but Send Out Cards is actually a bit of a cost. But if you were to compare it to making to buying a greeting card and also buying postage, it's actually pretty comparable. So I like using all 3 of these to make cards. And for me, my business, I love to send cards. I like to send birthday cards. I like to send holiday cards. I like to send cards for any occasion. I just think it's great because I like to get stuff in the mail. I actually just had a family member who returned one of my cards. He sent me a card in the mail just as like a letter. And it was just, so great to receive that in the mail rather than just, the typical bills and junk mail. And when I looked on the back of his card, it was actually done by a mouth painter, by the Mouth and Feet Painter Association. So I was even more impressed. So the materials that you're going to need to make these cards, you're going to need a computer. I'm using a computer, obviously, to make all 3. And you are going to need a printer, which I know not everybody has, but each option does offer a way to have the card printed. So if you wanted to make a card in bulk, you could always go with the actual printing service that they actually offer, which Avery offers printing, we print for you. And also Canva, they offer we print for you. So if you really wanted to, order the card without a printer, you could do that for both of these. And then last but not least, you're gonna need probably some cardstock paper. This is the difference between regular paper and cardstock paper. So I just think it's a little bit better. And I bought a big package of it. If you could always buy a big package and split it with your friends if you all like to make cards, or if you're all bored and looking for something fun to do together. So the first one I said we're going to talk about is Avery.com. And Avery is a platform that I use a lot of times actually for labels, and I like Avery a lot. They offer a lot of different templates for their different size labels. They're basically like the label kings and queens. If you ever want to make Christmas cards or holiday cards, you're going to use a lot of times printed labels because that's a lot of handwriting. I've done them both ways. Handwriting them does take quite a while, and I think that having the label just makes a card look a little bit more professional. So if you are a professional that's wanting to use cards, which a lot of our chamber members, obviously, they want to look professional, and so I think Avery would be a good choice for a label, but also we're going to use it today for making cards. So you are going to come in for each of these. You're going to need to sign up for an account. for Avery, Canva, and also send out cards. You need an account. So I'm just going to skip that step for time's sake today, since we only have about 25 minutes. And I did pack a lot into this presentation. So once you sign up for an account with Avery.com, you'll come and you'll want to create your first project. So this is the templates that they are offering for 5.5 inch by 8.5 inch half full greeting cards, which is actually what I have from Staples. This is paper that especially already has like a crease in it. That's basically the only difference to me between that and cardstock. So these are great, these Avery half full greeting cards, and they come with the right size label envelopes, so that you will have one because it's a rather large card. But yeah, you just want to decide what works best for you, what your needs are for your card, and then kind of go from there. So I did have this paper already, like I said, so I was going to create a half full greeting card. And then once you select which template you're using, you're going to come to a screen that gives you all of the options. And on the left, you see there's a lot of different templates they are offering for events and holidays, home and school, different styles. You know, there's all kinds of different templates, like there's hundreds. And they have a search. So since today is Emmaus in Bloom, I have my flowery shirt on. We're going to do all floral cards. So for these options, this is what came up for floral cards. And I decided that I was going to make thank you cards actually for the girls that helped me, you know, that we all planned this together. So this one's for Ashley Laura. So I thought of her first because she does a lot. And so I chose this one. And this has a place text here, so you're going to have to change that. So you come to the first screen and it's going to ask you, are you going to want to edit one page or all the pages? So if you're making a label, you'll edit all the pages to make them the same style. But if you're just making a card like this, you want to edit one at a time because each side you're designing separately. See, this is and the benefit of using Avery for this is because they offer the PDF. Like, it's very easy to create a PDF that will print correctly. Like a lot of times when I was younger, I would have such a hard time getting cards or something like this to print like a card. So Avery makes that so easy. So we come here to the first page, and at the top you see it's the outside of the card that we're designing. It says in orange. And so you design the outside of the card. Like I said, I had to change the text to say thank you, Ashley. And then you come to the inside of the card. So now we're designing the inside of the card, and we see here that, you know, it has just a space for your message, but you can on the left add an image, or you can do some other fancy cool stuff on here, depending on how much time you have or want to devote to making your card. And so, like I said, I put this little message in for Ashley, so she can look forward to that in the mail. And then I went and created a back. So I love to always have like a little back, you know, that says my name, because if you're going to go through all this work to create custom cards, you're absolutely going to want to get, you know, at least your name on it. And I would always, when I was younger, I would put like Mel Mark, like, you know, my little thing when I was making a handwritten, like handmade card like this. But now I usually just do them all on the computer. So I typed my name and the name of my company. And then, so you'll come to an option next that just gives you a proof, basically. So you can look at all the different sides and see how your card's going to look when it comes out. So it asked me to save. I saved it as thank you card for Ashley. I like to make sure I'm naming files very detailed, because if you do this a long time, you'll have a lot of files in your Avery.com. So always just make sure you're naming files really detailed. And then it gives me some printing tips. So, you know, just make sure you're reading those. I usually don't have a problem. And so I was able to print this out from the PDF, and it came out perfect on the first shot. So I just did a double-sided color. I made sure to always, you know, do it in color, because sometimes you will mess up and do black and white and it doesn't look as nice, obviously. So I printed out this as a PDF, and it, it goes right in the envelope, and we're good to go. So that was the first type of card, Avery.com. And one time I made a really cool birthday card for Richard Plinky. Actually, it had like a little whale on it. So you can do some really cool stuff. You can put quotes in there if you have extra time. And they have images, but they have the option to upload your own. So that's always nice. So now we're going to do our second type of card on Canva.com. And I love Canva. I use it a lot for a lot of my clients, more on the business side, but I do use it a lot on the personal side too. One time I had to make a baby shower game for a client on Canva. And so it was really easy for doing that type of thing too. So here is your basic Canva template. This, I chose actually a card. Like when you go to create something in Canva, it will ask you for dimensions, or you can just search for type. You could search for Facebook post. I just put card in, and it came up with a 5x7-inch card design. And so I decided I was just going to make the front of this one, and I'm going to handwrite the rest of it. So it's going to be a little bit quicker. So I came in here to Canva, my blank template. And on the left, you can see that they have already some nice templates available, but I just kind of wanted to make it simple. I kind of knew what I wanted to do already, so I didn't need to use those. And then I came to the photos section of Canva, and I selected a really nice picture of a flower, that I liked the best, and with the blue sky. So there it is. So I had to resize it so it, filled the whole portion. And you do that with these little tiny bubbles and also little squares, rectangles on the side of the image. So I still really like this flower. It's really pretty. And then I came over to the text menu on the left-hand side and added some text. So there's that. They have a whole bunch of different templates for text. You can just scroll through it and see which ones you like best and kind of just mix and match. So there's the text that I chose. It says cue the confetti, because we're doing our event and we're wrapping up. So I'm going to send this to another one of the coordinators of our fun virtual event. So you can see there's kind of a theme here. So I did want to change the text a little bit to make it a little bit more customized. So I changed the text, the first part, to pink. And they're modular. These two, the templates are all modular. So you can change them individually if you have a certain font that you like, or color, or, you want to do some crazy effects. On the left, you can see it even gives you the colors from the photo that you just chose. So I think that's the one I went with. I was like, perfect. So now we have the whole front of the card. It has a cute little saying. It has a really pretty picture. It fills up the whole page. And so this is pretty much done. But one thing I did run into was I had some trouble to go and print it. The first time I printed it, it came out like this. And so if I was to fold this, it would be backwards. So obviously that won't do. So I had to change my Canva template to look like this, so that the picture is on the right hand side, and that way now that I fold it, it looks like a normal card. So that was just a little extra thing that I realized once I went to print this, was that you have to put it into a new template. So what I did is just created a new template, and I put the length and the width of basically the piece of paper a little shorter. I'm gonna have to cut this with regular scissors. And so that way I could just put my image on the right hand side and I could just fold it. And if you wanted to do another page, in the back, you could certainly, like, by folding it, figure out what goes where, or you could just take this image and take it over to Avery.com even, and then just plop it into their templates. Like I said, their templates seem to be easier when you're printing a card like this, because it can be really frustrating, honestly. So the third kind of little program that we're going to use is called Send Out Cards. And this is actually, I'm an affiliate for Send Out Cards. I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. So if you did want to sign up, you can sign up through my website. That would be great if you choose this way. Like I said, this way does cost a little bit of money, but compared to the other ones, but I still think honestly, it's been great. Everyone I've sent cards to through this site, they loved them, and you can even send gifts, all kinds of stuff. So here is Send Out Cards. So I'm already here in an account, so I already logged in. So, you know, like I said, for each one of these projects, you'll need to first create an account, but I'm not going to cover that for time's sake. And if you're here, I see we are getting some comments. Megan is here with us. Hey, Megan, you think the cards are pretty? Well, you might be getting one, you know, at the store. So that's wonderful. And happy Mother's Day to you, Ashley. So she's saying that that was the last card she sent, was her Mother's Day card, or card that she gave. My last card that I gave was actually a birthday card. So yeah, just let me know, like and share if you're here with us today. So our whole crew from the planning is here. Thanks for coming, guys. So here we are at Send Out Cards, and this is like their main page. So we're gonna select catalog card. That's like the normal standard card that they offer. They also have like ones that are a little bit more premium called photo drop cards, and you can build your own on here too. And the cool thing about Send Out Cards is that it's gonna be contact free. So you're not gonna physically send out the card. They're gonna just send it out on your behalf with your return address, and you don't even have to worry about it after that. So it takes like about 5 to 10 minutes to make your card. And for me, that honestly, like I already sent my Send Out card, and these 2 cards are still gonna need to be addressed and stamped and return addressed. So it's just a lot quicker. And there's other services that are similar to Send Out Cards. There's like, I know I got a free code one time from Google Local Guides for, you know, posting my photos there. And it was a similar service, but that was located in Germany. So I was able to send a postcard to my best friend and her daughter and add photos just the same way. And it was really cool too. So there's other ones, but this is the one I've been using, and they have a little subscription, 30 cards for a month. So I was doing that last month, and everybody just was so happy with the cards. So anyhow, so you'll come here and pick out the card. They have some ones that are little word searches right now for send out home, or for staying at home. And so that's really cool. So you're gonna come here, and I found this one when I, again, search for floral, because that's our theme today, is Emmaus in bloom. We're celebrating all the flowers. You know, I can see flowers out my window, and everybody's flowers in the garden are popping up. So at least we can virtually celebrate flowers together. So here is this was a fall floral one, but I really liked it. And so I went with that one. And so you can see it's $2.75 plus postage. So that's another 55 cents. But I just really thought it was cute, so that's the one I choose. So the first step, you know, you come and you have to click on the arrows to open the card up. It's just like a virtual image, and that's exactly what your person will get in the mail. So I opened it up and I wrote to Heather, because she let us use South Mountain Cycle meeting place for all of our planning meetings for this event. And so I wanted to say thank you and tell her how much I love the coffee shop, and just that I can't wait for it to open again, because it was so much fun hanging with, you know, the chamber events that have been there the past couple months that I've gone to. So here's, you know, I just edited text, and this is the default font, but you can actually change all the fonts in here. You can change the layouts, and you can add photos, which I chose not to do just for the sake of time. And because, you know, it's a thank you card. I probably could have added some more flowers somewhere, which I did. That's like the most popular thing, is that I've been adding flowers to make them just like a little nicer. But for demonstration's sake, I just did the text for this one to make it a little quicker. So then on the back, you have your whole back. You can put a little layout and more pictures on the back too, which makes it really cool. So I put out my little, my logo and everything. Since it's a professional card, I want to look professional. And so that's what's on my business card. And so there we go. And you can add more text here too, but I just left it blank. So here we go. Then we come to our little checkout screen where it shows you, all the different features. You can send it on fancier paper. You can actually schedule some of them. It's a little bit more expensive, but if you want to just, sometimes my clients will want to, get all their birthday cards like in a row and then just send them out as needed. Or like one time we had a baby shower and the mom collected all of the cards from the guests and now she sends them out every 2 weeks or something. So that could be cool, something like that, to schedule those, if you wanted to schedule your anniversary card, if you always forget it, something like that. And like I said, you can add a gift right here, which apparently the brownies is the big thing. So I sent brownies to 2 people already. So they both liked them, so no complaints. And then here you just enter, the rest of your information and congratulations, you made the world better. So that is the third type of card. And so I want to know in the comments, do you feel like you're going to make one of these cards? Are you, who are you going to make one for? What does everybody think about card making? Is it old-fashioned or is it trendy? Like, where is it going to go from here? So we got some more comments. It says, one reminds her of Lauren. So maybe I'll send one to Lauren, who is another one of our planners. So who else do we have here? So thank you for everybody that came and joined today. I know that everybody, I think, is sticking to 25 minutes, so about 2 or 3 more minutes to go. But yeah, one of the most special things to me about making cards is just like the feeling that it gives the recipient. Like a lot of times right now we're all, feeling like stuck at home, and just having an opportunity to make somebody's day a little bit brighter with a card, I think is really what we need more of in the world. I'm a big, positivity person. So I like to write cards to friends and family and really just make them feel like I'm there with them, even though I can't necessarily be everywhere with everybody. I can send them a card, either, one that I make on my printer, or one that I buy, or one that I send out virtually that I don't ever have to touch. So that was the 3 different types of card making. We talked about using Canva, Avery.com, and also send out cards. And each one has its own benefits. Some of them cost a little bit of money. Some of them they all offer the chance to buy the card in physical form and have it mailed to you, which is cool. But I think just, the ease of having a card just sent out for you, for me, it's been the clear winner lately. But now that I have these fun cards to fill out and send to all my friends from the volunteer planning committee of this event, maybe I will get back into sending the physical card, because it is nice. It looks very nice. And, I want to remind everybody, even though we are making cards, I encourage you to try to use like a sponge or tape even for your cards, so that you show people that no, you didn't lick it, because nobody wants to like wonder. So I think tape is the best way to go nowadays. That's been the most popular. So let me know if you tape your cards in the comments, or if you, what do you do? Do you sponge them? Like, do you have a special tool? Is there like a hack for that? So my name is Melissa Draving again, and if you want to follow me on my Facebook, it's Melissa Draving on the personal side, and Here For You Concierge more on the business side. So I definitely look forward to meeting everybody that I haven't met and seeing everybody in person at our next chamber event. But until then, I hope that everybody has a fabulous day. It's been beautiful outside. So get out and see the flowers, Emmaus. So have a great day. Bye.